Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Triath Podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. And today we are going to be reacting to the Alien Races book, the Book of Alien Races, which was leaked by the KGB, allegedly. So,
really?
I guess. I mean, that's what they say. But anyway.
Did you say that last week? I don't remember you saying that last
week. I did, yeah. It was
Oh.
supposedly leaked by the KGB. I don't believe it, but who knows? What do I know? So
how did the KGB get it?
Who knows? How did the KGB learn about the space Nazis? I figured Russia would do something about that if they learned of it. But anyway, that's just me. So, but I thought we would watch this because it was mildly entertaining. Actually, my windows are screwed up. So, Trevor, help me out here. Stall while I try to fix these windows.
If you'll pay attention to Gary, his windows are screwed up.
Shh.
No. Thoughts. Aliens.
Thoughts.
They're
aliens.
out there. Oh, I've been
truth is
listening
out there.
to, I was telling you off of the live about, when we're on the phone, about, Taylor Welch.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking to another guy named Gary. Oh, what's his last name? But they go in deep about, are aliens real? And this guy is like super intelligent. What's his name? Hold on. Let me see if I can find his name real quick. All
right.
He's one of those really intelligent guys who has written a lot of books. And Taylor asks him, are aliens real? And he ties them to the Nephilim, and he knows all the names. The Ananites and the Canaanites and all those knights.
The Anunki and the Suzuki and the
Anunnaki, and he's read all
Dookie
the
Lukey and the
ancient scripts.
Yeah.
And,
all right, I got it figured out, I think. Apologies, folks. I'm stupid. So yeah, so he knows about all these different little theories about aliens and stuff, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Hold on, it's loading. Gary Wayne.
Gary Wayne. We've reacted to him before, I think.
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
Yep. All right. Well.
But he wrote a book called Genesis 6 Conspiracy, and he writes a lot of stuff like that.
I see. Well, let's get into this conspiracy theory stuff ourselves. So we are moving on from part A, or the A's. We're going to the B's, and we'll see how much of the alphabet we get through here. So here we go.
Afim. They come from constellation Lyra. They call themselves Afim Spiency, small in stature and with blue spotty skin. Their planet is called Crimea AI Petri. Their technical developed level is such that they can get here from their planet in only 20 Earth minutes. They do not need oxygen.
That's fast.
A large percentage of their atmosphere is hydrogen. Colonize 10 planets in a non-violent way. When they are close to humans, they cannot be seen unless they want to. But humans will feel a certain amount of unexplained anxiety. Their spaceships are small and sphere-like. They visit us to study human deviation. This activity is important to them in determining the further development of the human race. Alcabata.
So every time I get super high anxiety, one of those blue spotted aliens is around me.
It's a demon, Trevor.
Oh.
It's all demons.
It sounds to me like they're describing a watcher demon. They just sit back and watch you, and then they report back. And, monitoring spirit. Yeah.
I don't know anything about those, but I think a lot of these are just like the same, like 3 manifestations under different labels or whatever. But
yeah.
or hallucinations. I don't know. So anyway, we'll see here. Let's see. So we got the blue aliens that make you nervous. Blue aliens that make you blue. All right, here we go.
Race that comes from the constellation Perseus. They have over 5,000 ships, and have colonized 10 planets on their own. Considered one of the parasite races. Abduction of humans is frequent and ongoing. Purpose unknown. They do not like to interact with other alien races. Last seen on Earth, September 1st, 2001 in Canada. Suspected to have been involved in several airplane crashes. Most known case, Korean Airlines Flight 007, over Russia, USSR, 1983. The Russians took the blame for it. Alamiliuk Strat 163. They come from Jupiter. After a reputed lost battle in ancient India against reptoids, exact race and date was not specified. They were forced.
Can you imagine being the Russian guy that has to figure all this out? Oh yeah, we're from Jupiter. We had a fight in India with a bunch of reptilians. Like,
Yeah.
huh? What's the Russian word for what? So-
What?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. I have heard this stuff for forever and a day. This whole, like, there's multiple races and stuff. This is the most complete documentary I've seen of the lore. But man, I gotta tell you, I kind of feel like it's silly.
It does seem a little silly.
Yeah.
And out there.
Back when YouTube was fun. But anyway, so we got these guys from Jupiter
To leave our
fought
planet,
the
which they have
reptilians.
been visiting for about 200 years. They have resumed their visit since 1948. As far as the book says, this race is technologically extremely advanced. Their ships, for the most part, are invisible,
if
and they
they're
also
all
wear a
going back and forth to their planets and whatnot, wouldn't all of them be technology more like technically
yeah.
advanced than us?
You're right. That's something I noticed in this documentary. It's like every time of course they're going to be more advanced than us. They're flying here. We can't fly
flying.
there. They can come here. Of course the technology is going to be better. Obviously.
Yeah, a trip that's 20 minutes for them is like 100 years for us.
Yeah, it would take a while. So it's like, well, yeah, of course technology is better. I don't know why you guys are even bringing that up. Anyway, I want to know about this reptoid war.
that makes them invisible as well.
Trust me, guys, I have a ship, but it's invisible.
You can't see it.
You got to believe to see it.
Hey Nana. This
Hey,
race
Nana.
are what we humans call Martian.
And Nana. So these are the guys from Mars, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They come from the constellation Gemini. For thousands of years, they have had bases on Mars, where they mine a sort of gold-like mineral. The first recorded visit on Earth was in 1235 BC, in Japan. According to the book, they were last seen on Earth in Madagascar in 2003.
It does look like something the Japanese would have, like, on one of those drapes on their walls. Yeah.
There you go. No comment. All right, let's see. I want to... went through so many of these. There's like 80 of them. I'm trying to think of anything that's actually like interesting. So...
Yeah, and I always thought of the lizard ones being more, they just stay here, and they're, like, living underground.
Yeah, no. The David Icke has that whole, like, everybody, all your world leaders are secretly reptilians, or most of them, or something. The Good Old Boys Club is full of lizards, apparently.
Yep.
So that's the only one I know of. Let's just keep going here.
Algruulix. They come from the constellation Cetus, near Deneb Kaito's Shemli. Although they are often confused with reptilians, they do not share anything with the reptilians except the appearance.
That one's actually kind of creepy.
Well, yeah, that's a creepy picture. I just love the wording on this. It's like they don't share anything with the reptilians except appearance. That means they're reptilians. I mean, how else do you define a reptilian? It looks like a reptile.
Yep.
It's like,
Got
no.
skills and everything.
It's like it's completely different. How? I don't know. Trust me, brah.
Its blood is purple instead of blue.
There you go. That'll work.
It is around 2 meters, 6 feet, and can live up to 350 years. This is one of 21 races that have more than 2 genders. This race have 8 different genders, and all of them can reproduce when in sexual contact with each other, no matter which. Their purpose to visit.
I can't even figure out how that would work.
Well, frogs do it.
Frogs have 8 genders?
Yeah, well, they can be multi-gender, yes. Frogs can, if there's not any males in a pond, frogs can still reproduce.
Okay, my question is a little deeper than that. Yes, it's like a hermaphroditic frog that can, self-breed. Okay, got it. Tracking that because you have one male and one female. I'm saying what else could possibly exist besides one male and female? It's like, yes, if these 2 genders get together, you get something of the same species. If these 2 genders get together, you get a square. I don't even understand how that works. It's like, okay, explain to me the mechanics of 8 genders, please.
Well, you got, so you have your typical male and female, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you have a male that has both penis and vagina.
Uh-huh.
Right? So there's a third one. And then you have...
that's just somebody who's got 2, but they're in the same body.
Yeah, but they are now considering...
Okay, so that technically counts as number 3, okay.
That's what they're doing. Is
okay.
If it has an extra, let's say it's a male with male genitalia.
Okay.
But they have a, like, ovaries.
Uh-huh.
That's a separate...
Okay.
Separate being.
I'm sorry to give you a hard time, but I'm like, this is insane. There's no... Conceptually, how do you have more than just male, female, and then, both?
Yeah, that's what they're doing, is each one with different parts.
I know, but they said 8. We've discussed 3.
That's what I'm saying, is if this one has ovaries and penis, it's separate from the one with a vagina and penis.
Okay, so it's like they have just like different parts of the same basic anatomy.
Yes.
Well, then you'd
That's
have to
how
have like
they're categorizing them.
I don't know how that would work at all. That seems incredibly inefficient.
Yeah, it is. It's
so you can divide that out. You can divide that up to 8 different genders, huh?
Or more if you want.
You know what makes more sense than this?
Pizzagate.
Teleporting Bigfoots.
We could go back to that if you want.
Yeah, that's more coherent than 8 genders. And they can all breed with each other. And they all have children. It's like...
They intermingle.
They're not all children of the same species, because I don't know how you divide this, but anyway, it's just...
Could you imagine intermingling with yourself on that one?
I don't know what you mean, intermingling with myself.
Like, you can get yourself pregnant and...
Well, I don't know how else you would do
another partner.
It seems like you'd be making your life harder for no good reason, but okay.
You could have your own kids on your own time with yourself. You wouldn't have to worry about another person or being.
I mean, I guess, but I don't think that would be ideal.
Why not?
Because you need help raising the kids.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't take a whole community to raise a child.
You need a mommy and a daddy.
I'm giving you the hardest
I don't know
time
what
right
you're
now.
doing. I don't know what you're doing to me, Trevor. I'm just like, why are we saying these things? Okay, all right, let's move on here. So we got 8 gender freakazoid. I don't even know how you deal with that conceptually, but all right, whatever. Moving on.
Earth is unknown. Last spotted in Lima, Peru, in December 2004.
Okay.
This race comes from the constellation Sextans. They crashed one of their ships near the town of Varginha in Brazil.
Brazil.
Well, this is awkwardly cut. This is episode 2, guys.
Oh, hey, we're on episode 2.
I thought we were already on episode 2, but I guess this is like a series. Wow.
Time to have an episode.
So the Pope and Castro met again last week in Maitreya. Don't know what that has to do with aliens, but obviously they were talking to the Greys.
I'm confused.
According to Theosophica doctrine, one of the Maitreya's objectives is to oversee the evolution of humankind. We got a picture of a Grey with spaceship. Is said to hold the so-called office of the World Teacher.
Akart.
All right, now we're back.
This race
talking
comes
about
from the
Maitreya, but
constellation Sextans. They crashed one of their ships near the town of Varginha in Brazil in 1996. 2 of the occupants are under USA custody. They paid a huge amount of money for them. According to the book, they have the fastest ships among all alien races.
I doubt
Last seen on Earth February.
How would the KGB officer know that? That's what I want to know. How are they getting this information? It's like, oh yeah, the Gina race has the fastest ships of all of them.
it. I don't know.
I don't know why I'm still watching this. This was really
Maybe they told them, hey, we have the fastest ships, and they just simply believed it.
yeah. It's like, well, let's pull one over. Yeah, maybe they're just believing what these things say. I guess.
Or maybe the aliens had some sort of race up in the outer space that you and I wouldn't know about.
Right. They invited Truman up there to go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why we're still watching this, Trevor. I mean, this was really, it wasn't even that interesting the first time I watched it, but I thought, this is folklore. Yeah.
We're trying to get to 23 minutes.
I'm about to give up.
Oh.
I mean, we can talk about it, I guess. I don't know. We need some feedback in the chat because I'm kind of burned out on this thing. Unless there's something in particular you're wanting to see on it. Are you curious about which ship is the slowest ship in the galaxy?
No, this one's kind of lost me. You could jump to the middle. Somewhere in the middle, I saw one of the pictures.
All right, hang on here. It's widened it out.
See if we can find it.
Loading. This video is loading.
Look
I'm
back.
regretting life choices. We shouldn't have done this one for the last segment of the show. Still loading. Nothing's freaking working. There's a girl
New
in
Year's
a
sale.
bikini, and I gotta listen to an ad.
You can create any character you want in seconds.
We're adding.
This used to
Here's an ad,
require
here's an ad,
huge
here's an ad.
Hollywood budget.
All right.
They crashed one of their humans leave the
All right,
location.
we got a troll man. Is that the picture you're wanting?
No. No, go farther back.
Gray blob. Bad CGI.
Yeah, that's terrible CGI.
Now this is
This
one of the
one.
more compelling alien footages I've seen.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to look at.
This might actually be real. This is one of them that I've wondered is actually whether or not it's real. I don't know how you would fake this because if you look closely at this footage, what's this called? Gray Bob, I think, is what it's called. So anyway, yeah, it's this old school footage of this alien, and you got all the shadows and stuff, but it blinks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how in the world did they get this thing to blink that smoothly, even if it's an animatronic? Because if you look at like a Jim Henson puppet,
Yeah.
video from the 80s, it's like, it couldn't blink like that.
No.
It's like, how do they get it to blink? And I don't think it's CGI. It could be CGI. I
No.
don't think it's CGI. So the Gray Bob footage I've actually found potentially true. But anyway, let's see if this is gonna
We
play
need
it
to
or
see if
not.
we can find that video and play that one.
Yeah.
Very-
I think that's a good idea, Trevor. I think that's a very good idea. Let's try to find Gray Bob, because this documentary has burned me out.
You burnt out.
I was gonna play the space Nazi joke up a little bit, but
Yeah.
I guess
The
not.
two that weren't here left us, so we can't really.
Yeah, well, we
do the
already
joke.
covered it. So Gray Bobo, that's not what I meant. Gray Bob alien footage. Here we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Skinny Bob. That's what it was called. All right, so here's Skinny Bob. Here are the videos uploaded by blah, 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 blah so far. The first one was uploaded the same day he joined YouTube. April 13th, 2011. Weird symbol indicating a nation or something. It's a badge-looking thing with a sword. All right, we've got a UFO hanging from a string. This is obviously a model.
Do you have
On
it
a
muted or
table.
something, or is there no sound?
I don't think there's any sound on this.
Oh,
So, yes, we've got...
it's just showing old footage.
Yeah, okay. This first bit's obviously fake as crap.
You think all that's fake?
Yeah. Like, well, for one thing, like, if you look at it, you can kind of tell, like, it's models. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like toys. And there's like kind of a plasticky, stiff feel to all of it, but they've got a old school camera zoomed up on it in black and white, so the graininess is kind of hiding the lack of detail. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I'd like to get someone on here we could interview or something that knows in detail all about these things.
well,
But I haven't really been following anybody here in the last couple of years, except for Casper site.
well, what I found really interesting is when we went to the UFO museum in Roswell, me and Jess, I found the way that they did the fakes more fascinating than the real stuff. Like, the way that people would fake stuff is just amazing to me. So, you'd have, if I remember correctly, there was one example where basically somebody just hung up a hat. They had the hat in the photo, and, just like right out of frame is a telephone wire, and they tied a fishing line to this hat, and it looked like it was dangling in midair, but it wasn't. It was just a bit of fishing line tied to a straw hat. It was a fishing line tied to a straw hat and a telephone cable. And they just hid the telephone cable. I mean, just stuff like that. I found that fascinating. Somebody even tried to fake the Roswell medal by basically grafting two different metals together to kind of give it a pattern. But that's a forging technique that people are familiar with, so it didn't fly. But, just the way people try to fake stuff is almost as interesting as the real stuff. But anyway. All right, so you got... Yeah, see, these cuts don't make any sense either.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good video or not.
Now, see, this is different. We're getting onto something. So that first bit was all crap. Are you going to go to the Bob? Here we go. Let's see. We're about to get there. Now, when I first watched this, I was like, oh, maybe. So, see how he's kind of half blinking? The blinking is what gets me. I'm like, how did they fake the blinking?
I don't know. I always thought of it could possibly be like an animatronic type deal. Like they actually built it to look extremely real, and it's all animatronic.
Well, I mean, Jim Henson couldn't even do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That footage has always stumped me. I'm not super impressed with the first bit. Now, here's the next bit. All right, you got a bunch of captions. Yes. All right, so this is supposedly... Now, see, this looks fake. Like, watch, like, look at this. Look at this. So, okay, yeah, turn your head for a minute, buddy. Like, you can instantly tell, for example... Oh, they just give you a glimpse. Like, you notice how the proportions are a little bit different in this footage? Maybe I'm speaking crazy, but I feel like, look, the neck is way too wide and the head is proportionately smaller. You know what I'm saying? You see that? How the proportions are different on this one compared to... Where's that Bob? This one. See how it's like way smaller and the head's way more bulbous? The dimensions are different. The blinking is different. And then this over here, if I can get to it again. Yeah. See how the neck's way bigger?
Yeah.
Anyway, it may all mean nothing, but this is the kind of weird, nerdy stuff I look at when I'm like trying to evaluate whether or not I believe any of this.
Believe it. Yeah, I kind of wish I had more time. I would, pull up a whole bunch of TikToks for you to react to and watch, and we could talk about all those.
Well, I may be completely full of crap. Regardless of whether all these are true or false, though, the one thing that gets me, even just from a technical standpoint, even if it's fake, I would love to know how they did it. I'm like, how did you get the blinking to be so smooth? I mean, if it's real, then obviously it's smooth because it's an organic thing. But if it's fake, I'm like, how did you do that? How did you get that to work? So, all right, if we killed 20 minutes, I feel like that alien species video was a bust. I was really counting on Coda's reaction to the space Nazis thing. I thought he'd get a kick out of that, but well.
Oh well.
You got anything else?
I think we've killed a pretty good amount of time.
All right. Sounds good, man. Okay, well, I guess we're done for the evening. You have any final thoughts?
Aliens are real. But
Are they?
They're more like demons than aliens.
Not aliens, demons. It's all demons. CIA, demons. All demons. CIA. All the time. Okay.
KJB.
KGB? Okay.
KJB. Sorry. My brain don't work.
We don't care enough to get it right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your time. We'll see you next week. Thanks again.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.